Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, we are taking a look at the Moza Mini MX smartphone gimbal. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, Moza sent me this MX Mini in order to check out. Included in the box is a USB-C cable. There's a carrying bag along with a tripod, and of course, the gimbal itself. Here is the Moza Mini MX sitting beside the Xeon Smooth Q. The Smooth Q is my current gimbal that I'm actually looking to replace. You can see one of the benefits right away with the Moza is how small it is when it is fully compact. The Smooth Q takes up a ton of space in my backpack when I'm traveling. The Moza will actually fit into my wife's purse. Expanding and collapsing the MX Mini is pretty simple and straightforward. There are 3 places on this gimbal that you need to adjust. The first place is the arm. The second place is at the top here, and you just have to twist it and it unlocks. And the third place is where you put your phone, and you can unlock it just like that. Now the gimbal is pretty much ready to go. All I have to do is put my phone in and power it up. And now collapsing the MX Mini is pretty much the exact same thing as I did, just reversed. So the phone clip here just snaps in. This piece here, provided I do it the right way, just clips in as well. And then the arm clips right down and you're pretty much good to go. To test this gimbal out, I'm really putting it through its paces. I'm using a Samsung Galaxy Note 9 with a case on the Galaxy Note 9. The Note 9 is a massive phone. The case only adds more bulk to it, and you can see here it fits in the gimbal absolutely fine. I think the only issue you'll run into with a big phone is if you have a wide case. The width on here on the grip arms is not the widest, and if you do have a wide case, you can probably just take the case off and put the phone in that way. Now, testing this gimbal out with my Note 9, I would be lying if I said I wasn't impressed. I tried my Note 9 in the DJI Osmo 3, and the DJI Osmo would not support the weight of my phone. My phone is also not supported in the Xeon Smooth Q. So right now I'm more or less without a gimbal for my heavy phone. Now using this gimbal, everything seems to be working absolutely fine. There's a neat little trigger on the underside of the gimbal, and when you press it, it locks your screen into position so you can move your hand around and the screen doesn't move. For the entire series of tests in this video, I'll be comparing the Moza MX Mini directly with 2 different devices. The 2 different devices are first, a handheld tripod, which functions very similar to a selfie stick, and the second device will be my hand. This will give you a good idea of how they stack up against an automated device. Alright, so let's go over my likes and dislikes about the gimbal. First and foremost, I liked the performance of this. It actually worked fairly well, especially if you do a lot of moving around. If you don't move around very much at all, or you're walking at a slow pace, you might not actually need a gimbal. That's because phone video stabilization has come very far in recent years. But for those people maybe riding a bike or on a skateboard or on a set of rollerblades or something like that and you're filming, a gimbal can come in very handy, maybe even if you're running. The gimbal does an excellent job at stabilizing the phone, and I really like the fact that it actually supported my Note 9. There are a ton of gimbals out there that don't support heavy phones at all. I like the fact that this has a 20-hour battery life, it charges via USB-C, and only takes about 2.5 hours to charge up. To switch this between landscape and portrait mode is actually the click of a button. There's a button right here, you press it 3 times. And it switches the phone right into portrait mode, which I really like. It's portable, it's easy to use, and it feels like it's built fairly well. The only really downside I had with this gimbal was the fact that the app was not very good. The app that goes along with this gimbal is called the Moza Genie. And what it does is it pairs with your phone via Bluetooth, and you can use some of the controls on the face of this gimbal that override the controls on the camera. Included with this as well is face tracking, so the gimbal will move around when it senses your face through the camera on the phone. Unfortunately, I didn't like how unstable, I'll say, the app was, and I didn't end up using it at all. Fortunately, you don't need the app to use the gimbal, but you need the app if you want to take full advantage of all of the gimbal's features. The Moza Mini MX is coming in at $89, which I think is an incredibly fair price for this device. Compare that with, for example, the DJI Osmo Mobile 3, which is coming in at $30 more at $119. And for full disclosure, I did own the Osmo Mobile 3, but I did return it because it didn't support my Galaxy Note 9. It was very unfortunate because I thought this was a pretty good gimbal. It's just not necessarily meant for heavier phones or larger phones. And this is where I think the Moza Mini MX really has an edge. For 89 bucks, I think the Moza Mini MX is a fantastic gimbal for the price. I think it's priced extremely well in terms of overall value. If you're looking for some extra video stabilization on your phone, I would probably look at something like this first. It's very inexpensive compared to a lot of other gimbals out there, and it's actually very good for the price. I'm still shocked that it'll support a Galaxy Note 9, especially even with a phone case on it, and it supported it very well. This might not be the best or the most fanciest gimbal on the market, but at 89 bucks, it is an incredible value for an entry-level gimbal. I would say it's very low risk, especially for those of you who are just starting out with a gimbal. I would recommend something like this to learn on, and you might not even need to upgrade from it. Anyways, that is all I've got for today. Let me know your thoughts on the Moza Mini MX in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.